Recently, Warren Buffett said regarding adult children, when your children are mature enough, have them read your will before you sign it. Be sure each child understands both the logic of your decisions and the responsibilities they will incur upon your death. This is some great advice from one of our great investors of our time, and yet it is advice that most Americans don't take. According to a survey of 2,200 people last year, 35% they have no intention of discussing their wealth transfer from one generation to another of their family. 40% hope to do so eventually, but only about 25% have actually had any conversations about it. We have this fear of disclosing wealth to our children, and this is not really helpful to anyone. I have been a big proponent of talking to your children about your wealth. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to tell a 15-year-old all the details because they can't understand it or comprehend it. But I'm an advocate for having continuous money talks with your kids. It starts when they are young enough to talk about needs versus wants. You start giving them an allowance and then help them understand the value of work and the money they receive for that work. You can share with them simple suggestions of spending some now, saving some for later, and donating some for others. And as they get older, keep having these conversations. Recently, I set up a call with our CPA for my older daughter, who graduated from college recently and has her first job, to talk about her taxes. And when she was home a few weeks later, for a few days, we spent some more time going over more information about her taxes and her investments, so she understood at least at the basic level, which everyone should. And I will do the same thing in a couple of years for my younger daughter. I think the biggest fear that holds people back from disclosing information about their money is they don't want to disincentivize their children. No one wants their children to grow up and be trust fund babies. We want them to find fulfilling careers and be productive citizens. Let me provide a few broad ideas to think about. First, talk openly about money. It's not a secret. Don't treat it like one. You teach your children how to ride a bike, how to throw a ball. How about balancing a checkbook and understanding credit cards? Avoid using money as a penalty. Don't make it seem bad if your child, instead of getting a paid summer job, volunteers at the soup kitchen. Both teach invaluable skills. Focus on age-appropriate conversations. Start with an allowance and work and savings, and then build it from there. Communicate your intentions. Talk to your children about what matters to you, and at least in broad strokes, what you have set up. And then when you are ready, tell them more that you have already built a framework for the conversation. And talk about shared values. You do this every night around the dining room table, so do it around money too. This year, our team is introducing a family wealth planning and intergenerational wealth advising offering. While we've been providing these services for many years, we're now making it a concerted effort to raise awareness and reach more of our clients. Stay tuned for more information.
Hightower Westchester is a group of investment professionals registered with HighTower Securities, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC, and with HighTower Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor with the SEC. Securities are offered through HighTower Securities, LLC. Advisory services are offered through HighTower Advisors, LLC. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities. No investment process is free of risk, and there is no guarantee that the investment process or the investment opportunities referenced herein will be profitable. Past performance is not indicative of current or future performance and is not a guarantee. The investment opportunities referenced herein may not be suitable for all investors. All data and information referenced herein are from sources believed to be reliable. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained in this research is provided as a general market commentary. It does not constitute investment advice. Hightower Westchester and Hightower shall not in any way be liable for claims and make no expressed or implied representations or warranties as to the accuracy or completeness of the data and other information, or for statements or errors contained in or omissions from the obtained data and information referenced herein. The data and information are provided as of the date referenced. Such data and information are subject to change without notice. This podcast was created for informational purposes only. The opinions expressed are solely those of Hightower Westchester and do not represent those of HighTower Advisors, LLC, or any of its affiliates. HighTower Advisors do not provide tax or legal advice. This material was not intended or written to be used or presented to any entity as tax advice or tax information. Tax laws vary based on the client's individual circumstances and can change at any time without notice. Clients are urged to consult their tax or legal advisor before establishing a retirement plan.